Hello everyone, this is Miguel Sarmento. Thanks for watching another episode of the best parties around the world. Right now, click the subscribe button so you never miss the latest updates of the best parties around the world. In the last episode, I gave you a broad view of the Venice Carnival. In this episode, you will learn more with detail where the best Venice masquerade balls and where to pay the big bucks and which ones are not. Also, if you don't want to spend that much money in a ball or tickets were sold out, I will tell you a specific place where you can go without spending that much money and still show your costume and have lots of fun. So don't go anywhere. When it comes to masquerade Venice balls, get ready to spend some money for just a few hours of fun. Is this worth it? I think so. Coming to Venice during Carnival, one of the must things to do if you really want to experience the magic of the golden age of masquerade balls is to actually attend to a masquerade ball, which are usually held in many of the Venice palaces. I'll go this time from the most exclusive and expensive to the least, and you will decide which one is better for you according to your taste and your budget. The most luxurious, exclusive and expensive ball in Venice, and probably the world, it is called Balladeer Polo. Antonia Salter is an icon when it comes to period costumes. She has a huge collection of beautiful garments that could be easily displayed in a museum. Since 1994, Antonia Salter hosts her own very exclusive and refined ball that takes place in one of the most beautiful palaces in Venice, Palazzo Pisani Moretta, which I talked in my last video. Now check this out. In order to attend to her ball, it is highly suggested to wear her own handmade creations. Why? Because if I will host my own ball of that magnitude, I would do exactly the same. I won't allow people to wear cheap polyester type of costumes in my own ball. It will lose the magic. I know you will say, well, if you're paying all that money to attend to such an exclusive ball, it is expecting to people pay a lot of money for a costume. But let me tell you, it's not always the case, and I will tell you why. I have seen people wearing cheap polyester type of costumes in expensive balls. I think it's because some people have no clue or have an aesthetic, creative mind. Perhaps they don't know much about fashion history, and they think, maybe because it's just a period costume ball, you can just go to eBay and buy an 18th century style costume ball. It probably was made with polyester and cheap fabrics. They didn't even exist during those times. So my advice is, if you're paying more than 500 euros to attend to a Venice ball, please take some time to get a good aesthetic, realistic costume. Although the Balladeer Polo costs much more than 500 euros. Okay, being said, ready for the price? First of all, Balladeer Polo has different classes and of course, different prices. First class, the Super VIP entry, costs 3,000 euros. And what you will get? You get to come earlier, you have a premier welcome, you have the best table in front of the stage, and of course there's an open bar, an exclusive dining tasting menu, and music. Let's talk about the music. The music is what differs from other Venice balls. Most balls only play classical music and minette, which in my opinion I like it because if you really want to feel you're back in time, I think it's nice to actually keep the original, classical music from that specific area. Although Balladeer Polo is not just a strictly period costume ball, it is more like a mixture between fairy tale Cirque du Soleil, and contemporary style. Okay, now going back to the classes. There are two second classes. You have the VIP and the noble floor, which costs 2,000 euros, which is similar to the super VIP except for the table location. Basically, you are on the side halls of the palace. You still have the tasting menu and an open bar. Third class. It's called Sala Musica. That costs 1,500 euros, which basically you're a little bit more hidden from the scene, but tasting menu and open bar is still included. And this one, I don't know in which class I will put it on, but you have the option for the ones that cannot afford the last three options I gave. Well, there are no more tickets available, because let me tell you, VIP tickets sold out really fast. Perhaps some people do have money to pay the VIP tickets, but there's no more tickets, so at least you can come after dinner. This will cost you only 800 euros. You have to arrive after dinner, of course, which is after 11:30 p.m. But just keep in mind, the ball is done at 3 a.m. Now, where did I buy my tickets? They're different size. They can sell the tickets, but you can also call directly to Antonia Sauter, to their booking office, which you have to do in advance because most tickets, especially VIP tickets, get sold out really fast. The second best ball is called Balladeer Polo. This ball is also held at the same location of the Pisani Moretta Palace, which already make a video about it. If you haven't seen the video, I highly recommend to do it, just to give you an idea what it's like before you decide to go or not. Balladeer Polo started back in 1988, and since then they have made people felt the splendor, sophistication, and magic of the 18th century balls, which in my opinion, they have done a very well done job. What I like about this ball is that they keep it really old school, which means they only play live classical music. They also only perform classical dances as a minette and only do 18th century style performances as the jester, a type of comedy that was very popular back then. I think to keep it old school is really nice because it makes you feel like you're really back in those days. This is what differs from the Balladeer Doge from the Balladeer Polo. Balladeer Doge plays a mixture of classical and modern music. But it's still, I like both because you get to experience, both styles of balls. One thing I didn't like much about the Balladeer Polo is that the guests can wear any type of period costume they would like. Which, how I said before, some people don't have much clue about it and they bring their own cheap polyester type of garments, which takes some of the ball's magic. For such a beautiful occasion and such a beautiful ball, I think it should be a perfect match. I wish you would have like an inspection before you go to the ball and decide if your costume will be a match or not to the ball. If it was the organizer of the ball, I would have my own atelier and we just hire the price of the ticket and include the costume. Kind of like Balladeer Doge does. But besides all that, I highly recommend the Balladeer Polo. The other ball that I'll give a review, this takes place at the Hotel Daniele. Last time, in my last video, I said I didn't record much during that ball because I didn't find it really interesting. The reason why I didn't like it is because I think the reception space was remodeled back in the 60s or 70s, so it looks kind of like mid-20th century style. So it looks modern for my taste. And also, they use mostly artificial light. I didn't see as many candles as the previous balls. So for that reason, I didn't find it really interesting. Besides, I didn't have much fun as well. But if you want to check it out, it's there. The price is much less than the two previous balls. It only costs 230 euros, and for that price, I guess you get what you pay. There's another balls too. I didn't want to make any more reviews of other balls because I don't know much about them. So as soon as I get information or go to those balls, I'll make more videos about different balls. Okay, well, the last option but not the least, because there's tons of things to do in Venice during Carnival. But this is for people who want to wear and show their costumes, but they don't want to spend that much money in a ball. But even if you go to the ball, you must visit this place. This place is located right at Piazza San Marco. The name is called Café Florian. Café Florian is one of the oldest cafes in Venice, has a delicious menu and amazing desserts. During Carnival, especially during the night time, you will see a lot of people wearing beautiful costumes. Sometimes it's hard to get in because it's really crowded, and also they let people in first if they wear nice costumes. So dress to impress so they can let you in. Another option is just to go hang out at the Piazza San Marco, show your costume and take pictures with other people wearing their costumes and have a lot of fun. Hope all this information was valid to you, and I would definitely make more reviews about another ball, so don't forget to subscribe and like this video so I can keep making more videos of the best parties around the world. Arrivederci.